In the last episode, we were taking photos in Granada in Spain and filmed our part of the upcoming documentary. But now it was time to check out some other places in Andalusia. While doing so, I had some difficulties shooting film and we took some portraits of an incredible gentleman in the best light we could have ever wished for. Good morning here from... I'm not pronouncing the name because I will butcher it, so I will just display it here so you know. We are in this town here. It's a very interesting place. We were just walking around yesterday. Look at the light, it's beautiful. It's like sunny, and today we're expecting around 20 degrees. So it doesn't look like it right now, but yeah, later on it will be. While I was recording some B-roll, somebody walked past me. Remember the jacket, you'll see it again. Well, turns out that it belongs to a cool character and we decided to photograph him. Early on it started very well, with lots of interesting characters, mostly elderly people because the younger generation seemed to have abandoned places like this one. I started to take some shots, but I wasn't really happy with the results that I got, and I wanted to try from a different angle. In this early morning light, the town looked especially picturesque. But what to do when there isn't anybody around? Well, you start taking pictures of things and the people that are with you. At least that is how it works for me. The town was full of interesting Christmas decorations, and at one point some translucent installation above the road reflected an orange light beam onto a wall, and we had to take advantage of that. The way they're lined up, it's perfect, man. Yeah, so there's a bench behind the camera on the other side. There's a bench there's like for really cool characters sitting there. So they're all wearing hats and they're really cool. But I used my small flash as my main light source and underexposed the ambient light by 1 to 2 stops to make sure that my subjects stand out more against the background. I think I got a good shot. See? After I showed them one of the shots, they were very keen on having a look at Moritz Leica from 1936. You know, when you come here, it's like it's just a random town in the middle of the mountains and you don't expect much. But this place is full of characters and small, interesting details, especially all the Christmas decoration that we saw last night. It was really funny. I've never seen anything like it before. On our way to the next town, we spotted this guy selling oranges next to the road, and I thought there might be a photo here. But that wasn't so easy because there were a few challenges we had to deal with. So now we're on the way to this other place and we came across this. There's this old cool car and all these oranges, and I think it looks very cool. So we're now trying to take some shots. The only issue is the traffic is pretty harsh. There's lots of cars coming all the time, so let's see if we can make it happen. Besides the traffic, the harsh midday sun was also a bit of a problem. In order to make the oranges and the man stand out, I had to use flash and underexpose the ambient light by at least 2 stops. Thanks to the lead shutter in my Q3, I could pull it off by shooting at 1/2000s, f4 and ISO 50. Well, my idea was to get a shot of him and the car in the background with all the oranges. But the sunlight is pretty harsh right now, so that's why I wanted to underexpose and use the flash to fill in. It would have been better to shoot this direction into the sun, but it's not possible. But I think When I look at the shot, I think it looks pretty good. The views here in the mountains in Andalusia are spectacular, and even though our main focus was on photographing people, we sneaked in a few landscape shots. Just a few minutes later we stopped again, and this time I wanted to shoot some film. So we now stopped here in the middle of nowhere, but because there's an incredible view here, and I think I want to shoot this on medium format. And the film I want to start with is this one here. It's Lomochrome turquoise. So I've never shot this before, but I wanted to give it a try, and I think that might look really cool. Up there it was super windy, and on top of that I had some difficulties loading the film into the camera. To me it seemed like that the backing paper of the Lomo was too slippery. A few days later, Grainy Days Jason told me that he had some similar problems with the roll of Lomo 800, so I guess my gut feeling was right. There's some power lines, so they're not super nice, but I think it's not big of a problem here. 3, 2, 1. The street has this nice curvature here, so it's pretty insane. And also looks like there's a dam here. 5.6. Let's do one at f8. This one is at f8. 3, 2. The wind got a little too annoying, but it was time to get back to the car anyway. Our final stop this day was Motril, a coastal town, and they usually have a port. So we went there hoping to find some fishermen to photograph in the beautiful late afternoon light. We got lucky to find this young gentleman who agreed to be photographed.
It's really nice, right?
Nice, okay, cool. Okay, I think it's okay.
A short walk further, we met this man that just caught a fish and we started taking photos of him.
Very good.
I wanted to see how close I could get. Well, that was about it, I'd say.
You should see the surroundings here with the mountains. It looks so beautiful. Yeah, just look at it. It looks awesome.
The next day.
The water looked so beautiful and it would have been nice to jump in, but unfortunately there wasn't any time for that, because we needed to get back into the town to find people to photograph.
So we're in the town of Motril here, and we just saw this guy in a uniform, and it seems like there's some sort of So I'm trying to take some shots from a little bit further away so we don't need a release, because it could be a little bit difficult because they're all very busy and occupied doing stuff here. So ooh, somebody got escorted out. Hopefully it will not be us in a few minutes or we take photos in there.
Palabra de Dios.
Then there was this other guy on top of the stair set that I've spotted before. He stepped forward and remained on top. Things lined up perfectly, and for that kind of shot no release would be needed. And I simply love how that guy sits in the scene. While security had an eye on us the whole time, I managed to sneak in a few more shots off camera. I guess that guy wasn't really interested in the parade and he had better things to do. And with the parade coming to an end, we got out there and into the next town.
Alright, we're now in the town of Solebreño. And it looks pretty good. Driving up here was not so easy. So, man, our driver is the best driver in the world. The streets are so narrow and then our van is pretty big. So, he did a pretty good job navigating up here, finding a place to park. Let's see if we can do something here.
So Solebreño is basically a medieval castle with a beautiful town surrounding it. The castle was closed and while we were there it felt very deserted, but here are a few quick impressions for you.
That's really cool.
And then there is this rock that you can see in the distance on the beach. That was our next stop. And off we went to the next and final stop of this trip.
So today is our last day of shooting here and this is the last sunset basically. We're now here close to the beach, there's people here and it's very lovely. And maybe we already have a shot here.
Jorge wasn't just our driver and translator, he was like a Swiss army knife cause he could do it all. In this case he was holding the flash for me while he was engaging the subject.
Jorge is doing so good. So now the light is getting really nice. We have 40 minutes until sunset. And yeah, we'll try to find some more cool subjects to take photos of here. So far it's great. And just to give you an idea, just look around here, it's very beautiful. And right now we have, I think it's around 20 degrees Celsius, so it's a really nice day here. I'm very glad, especially when I think about the first day when it was raining and it was fairly cold. But now the weather has become really nice and the next few days it's staying like this. But since it's my last day, I'm going to leave tomorrow. But very nice, and maybe at some point I might come back here. Who knows?
Someone sleeping? Can't miss out on that opportunity, can I? Just when the light was pretty much perfect, we came across one or maybe even the coolest character during the whole journey. This gentleman has lived his whole life in this small beach town, and it was a pleasure taking photos of him.
Beautiful. So yeah, this gentleman is awesome. I think we just took some really good photos of him and amazing. So Jorge, our driver, is really good at communicating with people, so it feels totally natural when we take photos. It's incredible. So I'm really happy how the photo turned out, especially with the flash. It gives it a little bit more pop, so he stands out a little bit more from the background. Yes, you could shoot it without flash even, but the off-camera flash, Morris was holding basically from where you were seeing the perspective on the video here. He was holding the flash, and I think it worked out perfectly. So this is one of my favorite tools ever. If you're a regular on my channel, you know that this is the flash I love to use, and it's really easy to carry around. And yeah, in an instant way, you can use it like here. It's absolutely amazing.
Then, just when the sun was about to disappear, we saw this guy playing with his dog, and when we approached him, he told us that the dog is 14 years old, and I thought, let's take some shots of the dog when he's getting out of the water.
He's so focused. Yeah, oh my god.
The photos turned out great, and of course I later sent them to the owner of the dog, and he was very happy about that.
For us, now it's time to go back to Malaga, because tomorrow we are going to fly back home. However, I'm looking forward to see the documentary. I think that's going to be really, really sick, especially filmed with the Alexa Mini LF, so it's a full-frame Alexa camera that costs like 100k or something. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I cannot wait to put together the videos that we filmed. You're already seeing this one here, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. This was an awesome trip, and I'm really thankful that I was able to come here, meet all the amazing people. Our driver Jorge, it's an absolute legend. He connected to all the people and made a lot of things working for us. Absolutely incredible. So big thanks. And yeah, we will see each other very soon in a different location in this world, and we're now going back to Malaga. So let's go.